The summer of 2015 will mark another amazing year in history for Cedar Falls, Iowa, with the great weather, live music, and thousands of bicyclists.
Well, Ragbrai stands for the Register's annual Great Bike Ride across Iowa, and this is the 43rd ride. The Register started it, just a couple of guys started it who worked at the Des Moines Register just for fun, for their own entertainment. And I think the first year there were 300 or 400 riders, and it just grew exponentially over the years. There are lots of riders riding today who rode in those first years.
People ask what we aspire to with this ride, and I'll tell you, Cedar Falls is a great place to live. The Cedar Valley is a great place to live. UNI is a great university. And with all those things in mind, we have to be a great Ragbrai stop. And we couldn't help but be a great Ragbrai stop if we set our minds to it. So we have the Wednesday date, which is sort of the hump day of Ragbrai. People are coming to us from a very small town, and so they're going to be spending some time with us. And that means spending some time in our hotels, spending some time in our restaurants, but also spending some time with our citizens. And when we have a great town, when we have a great event, it raises us up.
We did a great job in 2007. We wrote a really good playbook that year, and hopefully we can really pull that out and recreate a lot of what we did.
Ragbrai is a 7-day bicycle ride across the state of Iowa, and it carries the title of the oldest, longest, and largest bicycle touring event in the world. There will be 8 overnight stops into the 2015 43rd annual ride, and Cedar Falls is once again on the Ragbrai route.
Common things that happen in overnight communities are entertainment, beer garden, eating, showering, shopping, exploring the community, all those things that you do when you're someplace new. About 39% of the riders are Iowans, so that means about 60% are not Iowans. So it's a great opportunity for us to showcase Cedar Falls and invite those people back in the future. Ride our trails, shop our downtown, visit our campus again, lots of opportunities there.
Yeah, well, entertainment's always key. Entertainment is what turns it from, we always have 10,000 riders that ride with the Register. These are the official people that ride with it. We also know that we have about 10 to 15,000 other people that ride along for a day or ride for part of the ride. And then there's 5 or 10 people just from our own community that celebrate. And so when you talk about entertainment, that's how you make that all gel together.
The biggest concern, of course, is rider safety. That's paramount to everything that the Register's Ragbrai organization considers, and that will be paramount to what we consider for our Cedar Falls hosting evening. So rider safety is really important, not just the riders, but all the people who come along with them.
With the high number of attendees coming to Ragbrai, it brings great fundraising opportunities that are given back to our community.
Our last stop 8 years ago actually set the high water mark for fundraising for Ragbrai ever. And we were able to take funds from that and invest in cancer support locally. And then we also were able to, if you look around almost anywhere, downtown, on UNI's campus, all over the place, we built bike racks that we put all over the place. Out in Hartman, lots of bike racks to support bicycling in general. And we even went into the schools. We gave them some bikes to award to kids in contests for citizenship and academic success. And so we really, building around that bike theme, tried to turn it into a bigger civic opportunity.
We had a large-scale concert venue set up outside the Unidome. We also had a big concert in the Unidome that year. A lot of viewers might remember that Lance Armstrong was riding with the ride that year and really promoting his Live Strong Foundation. Chances are that we will center a lot of activity on the campus just because of ease of accessibility there. Coming in, it's on the edge of town, it's easy to get riders in there safely. It's easy to get the traffic in there safely because of the roads that are available. We also need to consider indoor safety spaces for storms. There have been storms in the past where they've had to quickly evacuate campgrounds, and we want to have a place where we can get a lot of people indoors quickly.
That notion of this sort of being the midpoint celebration is going to drive it. And of course the other piece of it is we want to make sure it reflects Cedar Falls. Something about Cedar Falls needs to be something unique, something we bring out that differentiates Cedar Falls from anywhere else they're going to be on this ride or anywhere else in Iowa. It has to be part of that identity.
What was done in the past will be a great stepping stone for this year's committees, but there will be a lot of volunteers needed to help plan and run all of these events.
We had over 1,000 volunteers help us in 2007, and so really recruiting volunteers and getting people on board to help that day is a key part of having a successful event. There's a large planning committee. The planning committee is made up of subcommittees, and there are large numbers of people on those. But really, when it comes down to the day of hosting, we needed about 1,000 volunteers to make that a great day. We will have an executive committee of 6 to 7 people who will be meeting twice a month for, say, an hour to 2 hours. There are about a dozen or 15 committees with a co-chair from the university and a co-chair from the community, so that we have a really nice blend of campus and community people involved. And we're hoping to bring back a lot of our chair volunteers that helped in 2007 to really hit the ground running with people who are experienced, who enjoyed what they did and want to do it again.
We've just started building our subcommittees and our subcommittee chairs, and every single one of them is an outstanding citizen, an outstanding person. And so we're not just going to do a great event, we're going to have a blast doing it. If you watch and have friends that you wanted to do something fun with, a shared work project that brings you closer together and cements those bonds, and working for something that's fun and has an immediate reward, Ragbrai is a great volunteer opportunity. We're building teams of natural leaders in our community, doing work together that we want to do, making sure that we remember to have fun, that this is a celebration of Cedar Falls, that this is sharing something that's very special with a whole bunch of other people. I mean, that's what makes this a blast.
You know, it is a great economic opportunity and a great opportunity to showcase your community, so everybody wants to do it. We have our Ragbrai website already up. It's cedarfallsragbrai.org, but that will soon be the hub of all Ragbrai activity. There'll be volunteer forms there, there'll be vendor forms there, there'll be housing forms there. Whatever people are going to need to take part that day will be housed on that site.
If you are looking for an experience that you think will be concentrated, hard work, but fun work, boy, we can sure use you. It's going to be important.
Reporting for Cedar Falls Channel 15, I'm Luke Hansen.